Welcome back to LearnBC. You're here with Jared, and we're in a series called Finance 101. And this series, the sub-series is called Bank Reconciliations. So this is SOP-2 in the series. We're talking about importing bank statements via the bank feeds, e.g. the automation, and it's different depending on where you are. So we've kind of split this SOP into two parts. Before we go too far, we talk about context and rules, the trigger, preconditions and principles. We're going to talk about the procedure and the steps, visual cues, and then outcomes, exceptions, and postconditions. So before we go too far, please like, share, subscribe, and let's get started. Importing bank statements via bank feeds requires that you've got a feed provider. Now in Australia, we use SIS. There's Yodlee you can use around the world. You've got a bunch depending on which country you're in. We're going to talk about Australia and the US today in this SOP. But the trigger here is the reconciliation period has ended for the finance assistant and is ready to begin the monthly bank reconciliations. Let me say this, that we don't do it like this in Australia. We get a statement update daily from the bank. So it means the reconciliations, we run it daily. The preconditions is the bank is set up, okay? You got internet access to your BC, which we're all full cloud, so that's irrelevant. All cash receipts and payments for the period have been posted, so they're good to go, right? And if some are missing, we'll talk in the reconciliations through using the general journal to create those. So, and if using automated daily feeds via the job queue, confirm the job queue entry ran successfully. All right, and that's SOP 12 right at the end of our SOPs. So key principles for today, okay? Feed freshness, make sure it's fresh. If you have to sync first, synchronize it before you bring it in. And if it's brought in automatically, that's irrelevant. And statement date accuracy, make sure the statement date matches the transactions within it, and that will be great. Now, our procedure here is one of two ways. Now, in Australia, when you open your bank account reconciliation, step number 1, you select the statement that you want to reconcile, step number 2, and it's done. So if you haven't reconciled in 5 days, you'll go into the bank account reconciliations and you'll see 5 separate bank statements numbered by the statement ID, and we'll show you this in this demo that we're about to go through. If you're not doing that, when you're overseas, and if you've done a Business Central integration like they've got in the US or other European countries, you open the bank account, create new reconciliation, enter statement date, enter end balance, and then you click import bank feed. Now, we don't have this feature to be able to demo it today, but all it does is pops up with which statement you want to bring in. You hit OK. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. So the exception handling, the bank feed shows no new transactions. This happens every now and again when what we've had with different providers is that if the Business Central freezes, but e.g. it went down for maintenance or was being upgraded, and its upgrade window fell during when that job queue was supposed to run, the job pauses and then waits for somebody to restart it. What happens is you get a whole heap of empty bank statements. All right, so you got to go back, restart that queue and rerun it and bring that data in. So that does happen, okay, because we are talking about scheduled jobs, cron jobs, or scheduled tasks. Business Central just calls that a job queue. All right, and if there's a reason why it stops, if someone pauses it, or if there's an error, or if the provider's offline at the time and it runs, will throw an error. It will pause until it's reset. Duplicate transactions imported, delete the duplicate lines from the bank statement lines pane, and Business Central will not prevent duplicates. Business Central will not prevent duplicates from a feed input. So it's really important that you know your statement and you check it before the lines that get imported. The feed balance does not match the bank statement, so do not proceed. Verify the statement ending balance against the official paper or PDF statement. The feed may have a delay. So one of those examples we find is with PayPal and Stripe. So if the customer goes to reconcile those accounts, okay, and the statements themselves, so they're reconciling the accounts, and if you go to reconcile it tomorrow for PayPal and Stripe, they may not settle for 3 days. So you'll reconcile tomorrow, but then in a couple of days, you'll have records from those days in the statement from 3 days time. It causes a problem. So what customers generally do is if they don't have same day settlements with their merchant provider, they reconcile the day after it settles fully. Okay, and so you gotta really deal with that. So the post conditions, the statement lines pane is populated with all the transactions for the period, the statement date and end date balances are entered correctly. Reconciliation documents is saved and ready for matching. So the idea here is I walk in, I want my statement data. So if you're using it the Australian way, you walk in, your statement's already there and you just do them. Okay, if you're overseas, you click import within the statement rec you've created and it will load the transactions. Let's go take a look at Business Central. So here in Business Central, I'm going to go into cash management and bank account reconciliation. So this is an example. As you can see, the number continues to go up for every input we bring in for this CBA Invest. What you're seeing here is a realistic example of basically what would happen with ACSISS. It's just if we've been 2 days, they're the dates. Now, admittedly, these dates are miles apart because the demo data in here is running at the date of the 1st of April 2024. So it's when this Kronos database was made. So what we've got is we've got this scenario here where you'd go 19th of the 3rd, 20th of the 3rd, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and the statement number would go up accordingly. And that just gives you the ability, and you go into the statement and it's here ready to go. And then you can go straight into matching and use the automatic matching. We'll talk more about that at a later time. You've got the reconciliation using Copilot and a few other things that you can do there. So this is what it looks like in Australia. Now, when we go into a statement, if you were to go into a blank statement, this one's been created blank. Okay, so there's no statement lines. In here, you don't have the features that we have in other countries. Okay, so there's no import button here that gives us effectively what we're referring to. So what you're looking for is import bank feed. The button doesn't exist here if you don't have the extension from the vendor. Okay, so that's point number one. Let's take a look at the USA and I'll show you at the beginning of setup what it looks like. Here I am in a US company. So this is Kronos USA. And as I go into this particular statement and I can see a bunch of transactions here, let's just go to the bank tab and you can now see connect to banks. And once you run it, you get the import bank feed function, okay? And as you run it, it gives you the ability to connect to those particular US banks and get those data feeds straight through from the bank. And that, my friends, is the bank feed, getting the bank feed in from an automation perspective within Business Central. In our next SOP, we're going to show you how to bring it in manually using a CSV file.